Do we have a love square brewing between Anaya and her angels, Carl, Sean, and Melanie? We've got to talk. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 8 postseason. This is all for kicks and giggles, you guys. I don't want anybody to get upset or get in their feelings. This is all to make you laugh. This is all feel-good content. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, Peacock is giving us nothing from these finalists. Peacock is giving us no interviews. They are giving us no press. They are giving these Islanders zero motion, and these Islanders got to work themselves. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So as a result, all the fans that have been supporting these Islanders for 6 weeks, all they can rely on is what they do or do not do on the social media of it all. Which brings me to Anaya, right? Anaya posted this banging post today on social media, right? Because her tickety talk, I believe, is around 8,000 followers away from her hitting 2 milli on the Instagram. She's already hit 2 milli on the tickety talk, right? And there were some interesting guests there as it pertains to the Carl, the Sean, and the Melanie of it all. Now, I want to rewind a little back regarding the Sean of it all, right? So, Sean was the first Islander that was dumped from season 8. Spoiler alert, right? And ultimately, you know what I'm saying? He tried to make something shake with Beatrice. Beatrice ran to the first bombshell, which was Gabe, and never looked back, right? Allegedly, Sean, you know what I'm saying? From what we saw, the edit we were shown, him and Kenzie were kissing each other down all up and through this villa. But when he got out of the villa, he went to the Vial Files and alleged that it was always Anaya. That Anaya was, you know, his number one pursuit. And he was trying to talk her up. He kept pulling her for chats. And by the time we got to the first recoupling, it was allegedly, according to Sean, we don't know because production didn't show us, it was allegedly between Sean and KC, which was Anaya's decision. And I guess that's where people maybe are, you know, of the impression that is why KC said he wasn't sure whether or not Anaya was going to pick him. Allegedly. But for all intents and purposes, the show made it seem like Anaya had no other connections but KC. But this is Sean's version of events. He has said nothing but amazing things about Anaya. He originally said that he was not going to step on any toes because of the alleged friendship with KC, but as we have fast forward, there is no Anaya and KC. There is allegedly Anaya and Carl. However, because everything's so locked down by Peacock, we really do not know if Anaya and Carl have seen each other since the show has ended. We know a lot of the cast has gone home at this point, you know what I'm saying, to be with their families. We are going on 2 weeks. Now, yes, Brinity is posting their content and where they're at, but they are also the winners. So I don't know if it's being kept lock and key, if Carl and Anaya have snuck somewhere and saw each other and got on a flight together and it's going to be revealed or exposed at the reunion, or I'm just being delulu, you know what I'm saying? I don't know yet if Disney has swooped them up, you know what I'm saying, to film a all-day extravaganza at Walt Disney, and it's going to be put together in a nice little package and wrapped up in a bow for us by the reunion. I got no clue. But all I can go off of at this point is all of the reposts that are on Anaya's Tickety Talk that is either about her and Carl or Carl Thirst Traps or the Core 4 or on Carl's repost that is really either about him or him and ANIYA, right? So what has happened, like I said earlier today, ANIYA posted this banging, you know what I'm saying, slide deck of photos, and it was giving me 90s Naomi Campbell, right? It specifically was reminding me of the Naomi Campbell that was in Michael Jackson's video In the Closet, right? And ultimately, I loved all the photos. I believe this was a behind-the-scenes photo shoot or some extra shots that was taken from when ANIYA put together the photo shoot for the announcement that she was going to be signed with Gersh, right? So what happened, right? I'm going to show you what has happened. First of all, Melanie and Sean were first to the likes. They liked within 3 minutes of ANIYA posting, you know what I'm saying, this photo, right? And everybody was, very much, into it, right? But we got to get into what was said, right? So Melanie went first in all caps, and I think she was so shook she didn't even realize, you know what I'm saying, she had an extra word in there. It says, I think she meant hanging this in and not the is, but hanging this is in my room right now, right? In all caps, because she wanted to let you know she is shouting to the rooftops that MELANIE is a thing no matter what. They refer to each other as their wives on the social media of it all. ANIYA pins the comment, you guys. Then Carl finally bringing up the rear says, biting my phone. And ultimately, you know what I'm saying? That was the first thing that happened, right? Next, Carl had posted on his Instagram post to all the people asking if I can fight in ANIYA's comments, and it was him with a bow and arrow, right? And so one of his best friends in the comments was like, forget Superman, we got Odysseus, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, in real life right here, right? And so then somehow Sean made it to the comments as well with Carl and a laughing emoji and said, responded to another comment because somebody in the comments was like, Carl means you as well. And Sean was like, well, first of all, I love your fitness page. Second of all, me and Carl are friends, with a laughing emoji. So the meaning of the theme with Odysseus is it is basically plucking the bow to warn any prey that it is there before hunting them to give them a fair shot. Then leaving the bow behind when he goes to war, and he is the only person that can string it. And then after the Odyssey, he comes back in disguise to find dozens of men basically trying to holler at his wife and try to get his wife's hand in marriage. And so basically she puts them all in a challenge. The one who can string Odysseus' bow can marry her, and they all try and are not able to succeed. And then Odysseus is in disguise and does it, and he is able to pluck the blow. And it's basically a warning to the other men that they need to run, and that basically he can unalive most of them. And that is how Penelope, you know what I'm saying, his paramour, is able to realize that it is him, even in disguise. And basically Carl did the same thing in this particular video. So after this happens, Sean does this. Sean then reposts ANIYA's post and then leaves a comment that says, okay, ANIYA. Now, for all intents and purposes, right, yesterday, Sean went to Beatrice's match that I believe she won a medal for, and him and Amara were there, right? And so there were some people who were reshipping Sean and Beatrice again, and I had no idea why, considering she left him and paid him dust and said that she did not want a baby father, a baby daddy, and that's why she quickly moved on to Gabe, right? But I am thoroughly entertained by all of the mess that is taking place with Sean being first in ANIYA's likes and being in these reposts, being in these comments. He was even in the likes, you guys, for ANIYA's announcement that she was going to be signed to Gersh the other day. And I was like, how did Sean even know about this? Because Gersh did not even put this, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't even a combined post on ANIYA's page. This was, you had to go to Gersh's Instagram-y page, and they did a combined post with their official Gersh account as well as Gersh Digital. And ultimately, ANIYA did like a quick little post in her stories, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it was not a post on ANIYA's actual Instagram-y feed. So that would have meant that Sean has his ANIYA notifications on, went to the Gersh's post, probably from ANIYA's Instagram-y stories to like the post, you guys. He keeps saying everybody is friends, everybody is cool, but because of those interviews that he did since he was dumped from the villa, claiming he's not going to step on any toes, but that it has always been ANIYA, she's a beautiful woman, she's an amazing woman, all of this and all of that, and you're right there at the scene. You know what I'm saying? You are right there at the scene. And Carl, although you said you can fight and you can do a bow and arrow and all of these things, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look at here. Unless y'all are seeing each other in private and we do not know about this, at this point, people are campaigning for Sean to get on a flight to Atlanta. That is how serious it is, because the fans are starving. The people are starving for Karnaya content, y'all. And they don't have time to be waiting until no August 34th for no DAMN reunion. And it is at the point that Melanie and Sean are applying the pressure that is needed, Carl. So you can do all this cutesy stuff on the Instagrammies or on the TikTok, but Melanie said she's coming for y'all. Sean is coming for y'all as well. And I'm thoroughly entertained by all of it. And I would even be entertained if Sean even goes as far as to shoot his shot at the reunion. That is how thoroughly entertained and intrigued I am by all of this madness, you guys. Truly, I am. But again, this is all for fun. Nothing for any of you guys to take seriously and get in your feelings about. This is this is something fun because Peacock is starving us of interviews. They are starving us of interviews, you know what I'm saying, for us to see these Islanders in typical fashion. I've never seen this before, where the finalists are basically on gag orders, you know what I'm saying, are locked away in the cell somewhere and are only allowed to do certain types of posts on the social media of it all and can't talk to anybody. No. So as a result, we have to talk about this. So anyways, nonetheless, that is the end of this video. Do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There's that. That is it. That is all. Es todos es fidel. Es finito. Es the end the road. Es the end the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.